Okay. Are we sitting comfortably? Rabbi Moore is on the air.
That's right. And now you have to say, this is Rashi, and we are located on off of Zikron Yaakov, and we invite all people to come and enjoy the plentiful shiurim
Right.
that we offer to all of us. That's what Rabbi first said. Very
We're
good.
up to Pasuk Dalet. Okay. Mordechai, would you like to start off today? Okay. We're on page. I'll take this one, right? It's very short. Pasuk Dalet. Over here, that's where we're up to. And Mordechai is going to be reading this Hashem. Okay. Vayiru Echov.
Vayiru Echov ki oso ohav avihem mikol Echov vayisenu oso velo yochlu dabro l'shalom.
Let's translate. Vayiru Echov, his brothers saw, ki oisoi ohav avihem, that him, their father loved, mikol Echov, more than all the other brothers. Vayisnu oisoi, and they hated him. V'lo yochlu dabro l'shalom, and they were unable to speak with him peaceably. Now it's interesting. Pasuk Beis said that Yosef brought slanderous reports about his brothers to their father. Okay? Next pasuk, Pasuk Gimel says, Yisrael loved Joseph more than all his other sons, and he gave him a special coat. Okay, now, what would you have thought is more of a reason for them to hate Yosef? The fact that he brought bad reports about them?
Or that he got something that they didn't get.
I've also got another question.
Good question.
Right? That's number one. Another question. Why didn't they, it says, the Pasuk says, his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all the other brothers. So who should they hate? The father. Why do they hate the brothers? Why do they hate Yosef?
Because maybe they thought Joseph was slick. He used his mouth, like Yaakov actually at this time
Right.
used his mouth to get past.
Right? So the idea is that obviously they did not hold it against their father.
He pulled
because
the wool over his eyes.
Right. That's exactly it.
I like that. Okay. Right.
They didn't blame Yaakov really because they're favoring Yosef, because he said, well listen, obviously it must be that Yosef is causing our father to love Yosef more than all the other brothers. Yosef is to blame for that because of his bad reports about us, whereas he's the goody-goody, and we're all other brothers and we're the bad guys. Okay? And that's the result why our father's favoring him. Shows him favoritism. And therefore, that's Pshat. They not only, it seems as follows, the actual fact that he was bringing bad reports about him to their father, they could have necessarily lived with that if it was the Toelis. Which means that it was the reason why he was reporting bad about them.
That it didn't affect Yaakov's attitude.
If it didn't affect Yaakov's attitude towards them, okay, they could have lived with that, because maybe he was Hashem Shemayim and he's trying to improve their ways. But you see, the result was that Yaakov loved Yosef more than the others. He says, so that's the motive behind his...
And he showed in a material way.
That's the motive behind his bad reports about us, is in order to put himself up in the eyes of our Father and put us down.
Right.
Oh, so that's caused the hatred.
spent a lot
Didn't
of...
Yosef realize what he was doing?
Yosef was realized was doing? I don't know. It's a very good point. Even though Lemais, he was an extremely clever guy, albeit he was a teenager, a 17-year-old teenager, but nevertheless, I mean, all the thing I says, you know, if you know your brothers hate you, why go ahead and tell them your dreams? As we're going to see in a second. And
Yeah.
we're going to see about this in the dream.
Well, there's no place to run. I mean, that-
Whatever, you know, it seems very strange. Okay.
It did appear that his other sons were interested in learning, not interested, that's what a strong word, but his father, Joseph stuck with the father all the time,
Sorry?
learning Torah, seemed to learning Torah, that was what he loved Torah, and that's how they kept them together. They were so close, they confided in each other. If you had a child who liked what you like a hobby, like an interest you had, you like gardening, you like Torah, that's my main passion. He found that his passion, Joseph, was Torah. Now, if you hear about the other brothers who were interested, maybe they were busy farming and not at the time.
It doesn't say that.
No, I didn't say that, but it gives the impression. It does give the impression that they learned a lot together when they learned about Agula, for example, and remember years later when they met up and he gave him a sign.
So
all these sort of things.
Rashi said the reason why Yaakov favoured Yosef because he was Ben Zekunim Hulai. And Rashi gave three explanations what that means.
Yeah.
Right? One was he was the son of his old age, his youngest son.
Looked like it.
It wasn't Mamish his youngest son, but turns to Babs he was his youngest son. Number two, he had a physical affiliation to him because they looked alike.
Yeah, similar backgrounds.
And the third thing is that they had very similar life stories.
Yeah.
Okay, so therefore Yaakov felt a special affiliation to Yosef. Okay, that was the real reason. But the brothers, understood that the reason was because Yosef was putting them down in their father's eyes and putting himself up. And that's the reason why they hated him.
Right, because they considered themselves to be up and wife number two to be down.
Not
And
even
Joseph
without
was
that.
trying to reverse that.
Even without that. Even if they held
No, I understand that.
Yosef to be equal, but at least they should be equal, not they shouldn't be down and him up.
Right, so it was a bit more blatant, you know, in their eyes that, you know, they were from Leah and he was from Rachel.
Correct, that's
and,
true.
and it was a social structure, and
That's also
and
true.
he was
Okay.
trying to blow it apart by taking.
Okay.
No,
One second. Shomei, whose jacket is this?
Mine.
Okay, maybe move one. They move one out,
Put on my chair.
and then Yoni can sit at the table.
Let me just put on my chair.
Okay, there's another chair over there.
The way I did win, the way I did win, I would
No, not right.
That's good.
Yeah. I just want to say here because I got to leave a little early.
Yeah. Okay, Shomei, move one down, and then Yoni can sit at the table. Okay. Okay. Let's do the Rashi. Mordechai. Lo yochlu daber l'sholem. You couldn't speak with him peaceably.
Yituch
Genusam.
Lamdenu
Ramadnu
Shivcham
Shivcham.
Shelo Divru Achas Bapeh Achas Balei.
Even through their disgrace, right? The bad behavior, because obviously they weren't justified in hating him. Nevertheless, Lamadnu Shivcham, we learn their praise. Dibru Echad Bepeh Achas Bepeh Achas Balei. We're not hypocritical, right?
Right.
Right? They said, Yosef, we don't like you, and we're not going to speak with you. Right? He didn't put an outward. It's interesting. As opposed to Lavan. Lavan was number one hypocrite. Right? On the outside he was all white, and inside he was all rotten. Okay? Okay, Dabroi, now Rashi explains what's with Dabroi, Le Daber Imoy. This is what's called a,
Cliche?
No. There's a certain form in forgot what it's called now. In Latin, it's used as in grammar. Grammar is called a certain form. Anyway, the word dabroi, it looks like a noun, right? He's speaking, but that doesn't mean that. It means it's really a verb expressed in the form of a noun. Okay, dabroi ledaber imo, to speak with him. Okay, next, Shlomo, please. Vayachalom Yosef Chalom.
והנה אנחנו...
One second, where are we going?
Oh.
Yeah, you jumped to Pasuk, we haven't read Pasuk Hey yet.
Oh, hey, okay. ויחלום יוסף חלום, ויגד לאחיו. ויוסיפו עוד שונו אותו. So Joseph dreamed a dream, and he related it to his brothers, and they hated him all the more.
Right. Okay, now it doesn't say what the dream is. Okay?
Right.
Now, okay, next Pasuk says,
Okay. ויאמר אליהם שמעו נא החלום הזה
Asher,
אשר חלמתי. So he said, Joseph said to them, listen up please about this dream that I dreamed.
now, is this the same dream which he mentioned in the previous Pasuk, or not?
Oh.
Because it seems the Pasuk implies that it's not. He says, Vayachalam Yosef Chalom. Yosef dreamed a dream. Vayaged le'achav. He told what to his brothers? That he'd had a dream, or he told the dream to his brothers?
Oh, well in this case it looks like he was about to tell them.
It says Vayaged le'achav.
Dream.
It seems he told them what the dream was.
Good.
So they continued to hate him. They hated him even more. Now, this pasuk said, Vayomer, then he then said to them, Shimu na, listen now, or listen please, to this dream which I dreamed. Sounds like it's a second dream. But Rashi doesn't learn that way.
Oh.
Rashi seems to say this was all one dream. So the question is, what did he tell his brothers in the previous pasuk? What did he tell his brothers? That he'd had a dream. Not that he actually told them the dream. He
Right.
told them that he had a dream.
And so they ignored him. So he said, listen up, come on, I want to tell you about this.
Right. That's the prayer that that's where Rashi seems to explain it. Okay?
Mhm.
No Rashi on this. Pasuk what? Pasuk Zay.
Well, they heard him and then they.
So he says, obviously they understood. Why is he telling us that he's had a dream? He's coming up with something.
That we don't want to hear.
Right.
So I mean, he wasn't. He wasn't a wise person.
So that's the big enigma over here. What was Yosef's motives? And how, if he was, albeit he was a 17-year-old teenager, but nevertheless, obviously he was an intelligent guy.
As a prophet, he has to reveal. He knew he was a prophet, and a prophet has to reveal. That's not to his commandment. Just keep it to himself.
Right. That's pshat over here. That he felt it was a prophecy, and therefore he felt obliged to have to speak it out. Okay. Anyway, pasuk Zayin, first dream. V'hinei.
והנה אנחנו,
By the way, it's another example. Wherever you have a dream, every stage of the dream is preceded by hinei. Is because when normally you relate something which is happening in true life, okay, the object exists, right, even before you speak about it, or you notice it. It exists, then you just happen to see it. But in a dream, the event doesn't exist till you see it, because it's a dream.
right.
Okay, so that's what he's saying of it. Hinei, and behold, meaning it wasn't there, and all of a sudden I saw it. Anachnu ma'alumim ma'alumim. Yes, would you want to say something, Yaakov?
You obviously read all the different things about when one has dreams. How seriously do you have to accept it? We read so many times. We have to fast. We have to do all these
So
things.
there's a-
Why it's it could be psychological, just something.
Okay.
Something
So,
happened
the
in a
Gemara
week.
discusses
Yeah.
dreams at length. In the last parak of Brachos, the Gemara discusses dreams at length. Basically, the Gemara says as follows. It may depend on when you dream the dream. Is the dream a result of the thoughts which you had during the day? Okay, or is it something totally unconnected? Right? The basic Gemara says dreams you have at the beginning of the night, right, are generally a product of one's thoughts during the day, and they have no significance whatsoever. Dreams you dream at the end of the night possibly have a meaning to them. Okay, but there again, it also the Gemara, Rashi's going to bring it later on. There's no dreams without garbage.
Really?
That's what the Gemara says. Ein tevin below bar. Just like there's no produce when you have gathering hay, or right, without so ein bar below tevin, right? Meaning there's no such thing as grain without hay. Yes, you want to say
No,
something?
3 times. You got 3 times, you're in trouble. You have to go to a rabbi, you have to fast, you have to do...
Whatever, there
It's quite serious.
is a certain significance, and if a person does have a dream which bothers him, he should go to a Rav, and the Rav will instruct him what to do.
And you have to fast, so is it a punishment or something?
But it's a certain simon. Sometimes it can be a simon min hashamayim. A person has to do tshuva because it can be, the dream can be foreboding something bad. However, also the Gemara speaks about at length that what sometimes necessarily seems bad may not necessarily seem bad. Gemara says, "Hakol hoylech achar pisrei." Everything goes after the interpretation of the dream. And if a person even sees what's something ostensibly bad, if it's interpreted for good, then it can be okay. We Maisa nowadays do not have the power to interpret dreams.
Did Yosef know he was like supposed to take Esav's place of doing good? I mean,
What do you mean that you're mentioning
well, I
something?
thought Yaakov had to do Esav's job until Yosef was born. Or
That I don't know. Could be such a thing. I'm not familiar with such a concept.
Really?
Okay? Pasuk, so Rashi. No, 1 second. Oh, Pasuk Zayin. Hine, and behold.
And behold, we are like leaves.
Alumim. We're gathering sheaves.
Oh, okay.
Bundles. We're gathering bundles.
Gathering bundles in the midst of the field, and behold, my bundle stood up, and also stood,
which means, Rashi's going to explain, means it remained upright.
It remained upright, and behold, your bundle is bowed.
No, Susubeno.
Susubeno.
Right? Your bundle
like
surrounded me.
Surrounded.
Right? Came around. And they bowed down.
And they bowed down to my
bundle. Okay? So let's see Rashi here.
Kitakumo.
So ma'aronim alum. Let's see Rashi says a good master. Introductory word means you want to know what to think. Ma'aronim alum. We were bundling bundles.
Sheets.
Okay, so Targumoi is translated by the Targum.
Is Masrin, Asurin,
Isron,
Marin.
Okay. Where's the lashon of the word? Asrin is sorrow, right? We were tying Isoran bundles. Omorin, that means bundles of grain. Omorin is an explanation of what Isron are.
And so his
The
bundle was lifted up.
No, the chain, similarly we find is the term of aluma is nosei aluma sof. Okay? Where do you find that? Where do we say that phrase? Nosei aluma sof. You say it on Shabbos at least 3 times. It's the last words of Sheh HaMalos. Of Sheh HaMalos. Sheh HaMalos Meshuvah Shem Eshiv Atzil Yikavamim. Ozvanim. Go Yovavarino. Nosei aluma sof. Bearing his
Oh.
bundles. The Kamoyo Baloshan Mishnah.
Maybe we say in the Book of Mazun.
Right, just before benching.
That's the
Oh,
sound.
yeah, but we don't understand. That's what we said. Right. The Kamoyo Baloshan Mishnah. Similarly, you have in the Mishnaic language, the also in the Mishnah, Alumois Noitel Umachris. He says somebody finds bundles of grain, Noitel, he should take them and machriz and announce that he's found them. The reason is because bundles of grain, and certainly in those days, the time of the Gemara, each person had his own way of tying the bundles. So they had a simon. There was a simon on it. And we're worried that if he leaves it there where he found it, this bundle, then maybe the bundles are going to get trodden on and the simon is going to get erased. So therefore, the Mishnah says over there, what should he do? If a person finds a bundles of grain which ostensibly look to be lost, abandoned, so he should take them and bring them home, and machriz, and he should announce, I found this and this. And the Gemara explains, why should he take them home? Because he shouldn't leave them there, because if he leaves them there, then the simon which the Balabais has, the real owner has on them, is going to get rubbed out.
Ah, you'll lose it.
Right, so therefore the finder should take them home and say, announce, I have found these bundles, whoever has the right simon to know who's the rightful owner of these bundles should come to me and ask me what kind of simon is on it, and if he has the right simon, then he can take it. Okay, now Rashi's got the next point. Rashi says is Koma lumasi v'gam nitzah. What is the double expression? My bundle stood up and was also standing. That's really what it means. So Rashi explains, what's that mean? Koma lumasi.
Well, Lumati. This kafar.
This means it's stood upright. This describes the action. It was originally in a bent position.
Oh, stand up those that are bent.
And nizkafa, and it stood upright. Right? Now, the next thing, the gam nitzov, and it was also standing, means lamoid al omda bizkifa. Means it remained in that upright position. So that's why I use the double expression. Not only did I stand up, did my bundle stand upright, it also remained in that upright position. This was a remez, right? The interpretation of this dream was, obviously that's what Yosef was trying to give over to his brothers, that my bundle will stand upright and it will remain standing, which means my form of provision of food for you, you'll have to come to me for food. And not only that, my position as provider of food will remain steadfast and strong, whilst everybody else will won't have a source of provision, of sustenance, and they're going to have to come to me. They're going to bow down to my bundle, meaning they're going to have to come to me for food. Okay?
This is what happened in the shrine.
Correct. Now, Ches, Yaakov.
Right. Vayom Lord, and Chav and his brother said to him, Amalok Timloch, do you wish to reign over us?
Aleinu. Amalok, do you wish to rule over us?
Aleinu, in Mashol Timshol, Banu. Go on.
Okay. Now, in Mashol, do you want to rule over us? It sounds the same expression.
That's what I'm saying.
But then the Vilna Gaon explains there's a difference between a melech and a Moshe.
So the tyrant.
Right. Moshe is somebody who enforces his rulership over the people when not necessarily they accepting him. Whereas a melech, a king, is somebody who's accepted by the people. Okay, so the first thing is, do you wish to rule, should we say, reign over us? Or even rule over us, meaning as a dictator.
We'll see for odd and furthermore.
Right, they hated him even more. Like Sukkot knows that they hated him even more. Al Chalom Osav. Right, out of his dreams and out of his words. Now here again, note, it doesn't say Al Chalomoy. Right, on his dream, single dream. But it says Chalom Osav, his dreams. Now there's only been one dream here. You've only spoken about one dream.
We've done the story.
But I haven't got to it. But and on his words. Now, Rashi explains, what words are we talking about?
Right.
Al Dibor Sam, look at Rashi here.
Al Dibarav on his
Dibatam, right?
Al Dibatam,
Al Dibor Sam Rosh Mevi La'avihem. Right? On the bad reports, evil reports that he was bringing to his father about them.
Yeah, but that's not a dream. It's a dream.
No. First it says they hated him even more on account of his dreams and on account of his words, meaning the bad reports which he brought about them to his father. It's interesting. Yeah.
No straw on the camel's back.
Right. Again, they saw upon this whole idea of him having a dream and his dreaming that he was going to rule over them.
Yeah.
This is all part of Yosef's master plan. Okay? He's going to rule over them. So that's why they hated him even more. Okay, Yoni, Pasuk Tes.
Okay, so that. וחלום עוד חלום אחר יספר אותו לאחיו ואומר הנה חלמתי חלום עוד והנה השמש והירח ו11 כוכבים כשמשתחווים לי.
Okay, let's translate.
So he says, so Yosef dreamed another dream.
Okay.
And he told it over to his brothers, saying that, hey, behold, I dreamt another dream. And here's the dream was like this, the Shemesh and the sun and the moon and also and 11 stars bowed down to me.
Were bowing down to me.
But ויספר על אביו ועל אחיו.
He told it over to his father
and his brothers.
Right. And now she's going to point out again. The previous pasuk he told it to his brothers. He told it over to his father and to his brothers again.
Again.
Quite simple, because his brothers got upset with him. So he says, okay, we're going to tell our father. We want you to tell it over to our father in our presence. And see what this kind of stupid dreams you've been telling us, and we want our father to hear about it. We'll see what is his opinion on it. His father chided him.
Oh, father chided him, right? And said
to him.
And said, what is this dream
that you've dreamt?
That you've dreamt. Havonavo ani v'imcha. I and my wife and I. Is it
possible? I and your mother and your brothers.
And your brothers are going to bow down.
Are going to come to bow down to you to the ground.
To the ground. Yeah.
Is that possible? Okay. Now Rashi is going to explain what was Yaakov's proof that this wasn't possible. Right? Rashi is going to explain. Okay, let's see the Rashi.
So that would be Chef.
Yeah. Yud. What's Yud?
Oh, what's Yud? ויספר על אביו ועל אחיו.
אל אחיו.
לאחיו שסיפר אותו
לאחיו. After he told it over to his brothers.
חזר וסיפרו in front of them.
Right, afterwards he told it over to his father in front of his brothers.
And
father chided him. Sina
Ah,
Olav, because he was bringing hatred upon himself. Right?
Sina.
Sina upon him. Yeah, he was bringing hatred upon himself. It means his father told him, basically, even though you, in your eyes, you think this is a prophecy and you feel an obligation to tell it over, but by saying it out, speaking it out, you're causing hatred, your brothers to hate you even more. So it's not a wise thing.
Right.
Kvar Mesa. Didn't your mother already die?
Yeah, he died. She died. And
Therefore, it's not possible that your mother can come and bow down to you. Actually, somebody asked me a Mordecai Kasha. I don't really have a proper answer to it. But the Chayra, didn't Yaakov Avinu believe in Tchias HaMesim? So after Tchias HaMesim, that's when it's going to be. Your mother's going to bow down to you after the resurrection of the dead.
Is there something about Bilhah?
Well, that's what Rashi's going to say.
Oh.
Okay. So you learn your Rashi
the
last
mother's
week.
actually going to bow down to the son. That's his amazing.
Well, that's quite possible. Okay. Yeah, Rashi said, "V'hu lo yoda, lu hayo yoda." Yaakov was unaware. Magim lebilha. Right, the words were referring to Bilha, Shegidlasai B'kimo, who brought up Yosef like his mother. Meaning, Bilha acted like a mother to Yosef. She took care of him. She brought him up. And therefore, that's why when the Apostle was saying that his father and his mother and his brothers were coming to bow down to him, his mother, right, was referring to Bilha. V'abeseinu lamdu, מכאן.
ואבותינו למדו מכאן שאין החלום ולא דברים בטלים.
Our rabbis learned from here that there's no dream without
some kind of some stuff that's not true.
Right. Without waste, should we say. Batel means the best way of expressing it. Narishka, right.
Most dreams to the.
That's a Ladino word, right?
Most dreams to the nourish part.
Well, Audrey says there is no dream without Narishka.
None without
wastage.
None without.
Irrelevant and untrue information. Okay? Now, the Rashi says, so the Maaseh says that Yaakov chided Yosef, and he says that this dream is garbage because just like your mother can't come and bow down to you, so nobody else can bow down to you either. Now, according to what Rashi says, our rabbis learn from here that it could well be, even though it could not be fulfilled that his mother would bow down to him, okay, but his father and his brothers could bow down to him, and that part of the dream would be fulfilled. Okay, and besides the fact that since it was really a prophecy, there's a number of seemingly contradictory statements here in Rashi. First, Rashi says, you know what his mother was referring to? Was referring to Bilhah, who acted like his mother. Okay, so fine, the dream is perfect. The father is referring to Yaakov, the mother is referring to Bilhah, and the brother is referring to the brothers. So what does it mean over here? The rabbis learn from here that there's no dream without superfluous, incorrect information.
Including Yaakov bowing down to Yosef, which never happened.
He did.
He did. When he died as well.
First it happened then, but when Yaakov first came
to Egypt.
Right, he actually bowed down.
The king, don't forget as well.
Right, because he said, in the beginning of Parshas Vayachid, that Yaakov bowed down to Yosef because Yosef was in a position of rulership. And therefore, and since Yaakov needed Yosef, and he needed to utilize his high position, he bowed down to Yosef.
We talk about a very great person, Yaakov, who had prophecy himself.
Right.
Does it ever occur to you why he didn't get on the same wavelength or what was going on? Certain things obviously Hashem wants to hide from Yaakov.
Right.
You know, for later on, because certain things regarding what happened to Joseph, he didn't want him to find out when he hit that. So I can't understand how you know, they couldn't get together, wavelengths, same radio, same thoughts, ideas, profits.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Kosh Baruch Hu
It's
only
really
revealed to Yaakov what he wanted to reveal to him. And
Yes. But
I mean, the whole
saying-
idea,
Yeah.
Rashi's going to say later on, the whole idea, why did Yaakov send Yosef to his brothers to see how they're doing? It was like sending the, what do you call it, the cat into the wolf's den.
Yeah.
And it sounds from here already that Yaakov already knew there was
Obviously, he knew there was an enmity and
they were angry with him.
But there could have been a little inherited blindness, like from Yitzhak.
But
as
then
to
again,
the
well,
situation.
again, I mean, Yaakov wouldn't do something as blatant as that. Obviously, as I'll say, that what motivated what allowed Yaakov to send him he wasn't really in control of it. I mean, Kosh Baruch Hu put that idea into his head in order to fulfill
Along the way he met this guy,
the prophecy that the Klal Yisrael should go down to Egypt.
along the way he met the guy who said he'd show them where to go.
Right.
And he was planted as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did Leah bow down to Yosef with Yaakov?
No, because she had already died.
No, okay.
She had already died before they got to Egypt.
So you don't think Yaakov was had the blessing of prophecy and was able to...
He definitely did, but in this situation, HaKadosh Baruch Hu hid it from him.
Yeah, he
And also, all the 22 years that were
Yeah.
Yosef was in Egypt,
No,
HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't reveal to Yaakov where Yosef was. Even though technically as a prophet he could have. Okay, let's just finish up the Rashi. I'm going to finish up the Rashi over here. Yaakov niskaven loitzi adova milei bonov. Meaning Yaakov perfectly realized, that Yaakov, he thought there can't be fulfilled the prophecy of the mother, your mother, because your mother's not alive. So therefore, Yaakov dismissed the whole dream. Now, why did Yaakov have to dismiss the whole dream? That part of the dream is not true, but the rest of the dream is true. But so Rashi's explaining, Yaakov knew that, and realized the mere fact that the part of the mother couldn't be fulfilled, he wasn't going to dismiss the whole dream. That's what he says. Rashi discovered Yaakov only said there's no substance to your dream at all because the part of the mother can't be fulfilled, in order that the brothers shouldn't be jealous of him, in order to dismiss the whole episode. And they say, yeah, he's a kid. He's saying garbage dreams. Lakach omaloi havoi novoi. Shem sheyev shebeimcho kach hashahu bote. But Yaakov in himself knew that it could be a fulfillment of the dream, because only the mother part was not going to be fulfilled, but the rest was yes going to be fulfilled. Okay, we'll have to stop here.